Welcome to Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. It's the Paycom Wooden Legacy Championship game from the Anaheim Arena at the Anaheim Convention Center. Number 24, USC, and the San Diego State Aztecs in this all-Southern California final at the Wooden Legacies. Last night, USC pulled away from St. Joe's. They remain one of the undefeated teams in college basketball, while San Diego State was tested, only had a 4-point lead late before they pulled away from Georgetown to get to this championship game with the Trojans. Along with Corey Williams, Roxy Burns, with you, Boogie Ellis, the star leading USC, 17 points, 4 assists last night.
So smooth, absolutely sensational, getting it done from everywhere. You can see why Coach Andy Enfield's so excited about this young man. He controls the game, he makes great decisions, plays at his own tempo. Very smooth.
Matt Bradley, the transfer from Cal, 18 to lead San Diego State last night to the championship.
Well, Matt Bradley's been getting buckets for a long time in the Pac-12, and he's doing the same thing now that he's in an Aztec uniform. He's hitting the threes, he's got the great one-on-one ability. Timely buckets for the Aztecs. When they make a run, Matt Bradley's there to answer, and the bench loves it. He's gonna have to do the same thing against the USC team tonight. It's gonna be focused on him, and they've got the length and the athleticism to make things very difficult for him to score.
A lot of energy in the building tonight for this championship game. Look, Corey, you and I have been doing this tournament for a number of years here in Southern California. I think I can say without question, this is the biggest crowd that we've had for any game in the history of the Wooden Legacy.
Well, you've got the Trojans right up the street, and San Diego is in the building. They've made the trek, and they dominate the crowd here. Definitely an outnumbered Trojan faithful, but a lot of noise. Great players on both teams.
This is how the starting lineup presented by Paycom. Cardinal for USC, the home lines for San Diego State. Illegal screen, Drew Peterson. Offensive foul against the Trojans.
Drew Peterson, his first team foul on the Trojans.
It isn't quite the show from the Viejas Arena, but there's a lot of enthusiasm with the Aztec faithful here as the runner missed by Lamont Butler at a career-high 16 last night against Georgetown, and then a foul going for the rebound on Matt Bradley of San Diego State. Look at the mixed crowd in terms of, we have San Diego State fans, we have USC fans. You'd expect a good crowd with an all-Southern California final in Anaheim.
No question, great college basketball on a Friday night. They're gonna get in their cars and come out, and that's what they've done.
Here's Boogie Ellis, the San Diego native for USC. Isaiah Mobley from deep, and fighting for the rebound inside, and it falls to Lamont Butler for the Aztecs.
Last possession, Matt Bradley picked up a cheap one, just kind of being in the way on a rebound.
The floater, and the first points of the night belong to Trey Pulliam.
He had some big plays last night, timely buckets for the Aztecs, and there you see the control.
Peterson gets by Matt Bradley, but blocked by Nathan Mensah. Ethan Anderson to the bucket, and he goes down crashing. And a tie-up, and it goes to San Diego State.
I love it, Rox. This is going to be a basketball game. Look at the penetration. Coach Andy Enfield knows it's going to be a physical affair. The block right there, how big has Mensah been? And then right here on the penetration, both defenders go straight up, great no call. And then they call the jump ball, no fouls.
Here's Matt Bradley. Trey Pulliam pulls up, 4-0 Aztecs.
Pulliam wants some respect on that ball screen, letting him know if you stack up. Oh!
And a foul on Lamont Butler of San Diego State.
Lamont Butler pointing to his head, letting him know, I'm just trying to get in his head, let him know I'm here. Great little dig at the ball right there. Kind of came across the body, but want to set the tempo early. As a defender, you always want to make that guy slow down and worry about handling the rock.
Shot clock at 5. Boogie Ellis trying to create. Off 1 foot, the fadeaway. And the rebound tracked down Trey Pulliam, knocked away. Ethan Anderson for USC. Thank you, Rich. Welcome to the championship game of the Paycom Wooden Legacy in Anaheim, California, with former Arizona Wildcat Corey Williams, Roxy Bernstein with you. All Southern California tilt for the championship. San Diego State and USC as the Trojans entering the day, one of 31 remaining unbeaten teams in college basketball, and a turnover committed by Ethan Anderson in USC. So Andy Enfield, year 9 at USC. He's won 20 or more, 5 of the last 6 seasons, and the 2021 Pac-12 Coach of the Year as the Trojans 5-0 and ranked number 24. Against San Diego State, the 2-time defending Mountain West Conference champions. Nathan Mensah backing down Chavez Goodwin. To the middle, and Nathan Mensah makes it 6-2 Aztecs.
Nice move right there by Mensah. Hit him with the shimmy. Got to take his time and get to the sweet spot. Got to keep him off the block. And here's the mismatch for Mobley.
Isaiah Mobley rattles out, and the offensive rebound, Chavez Goodwin, but an offensive foul, a push-off, going for the rebound on SC.
USC fouls on number 1, Chavez Goodwin.
Brian Dutcher, who last night picked up his 100th career win at San Diego State. 18 years as the assistant to Steve Fisher, 23 overall at San Diego State. He's a 2-time Mountain West Conference Coach of the Year. So it took him 132 games to get to 100 wins. It took Steve Fisher at San Diego State 205 games to get to 100 wins. But Brian Dutcher inherited a great program that Steve Fisher built up. Steve Fisher had to build it from the ground up. And neither guy wants to let go. Emotions running high in the championship game. The Paycom Wooden Legacy in Anaheim.
What you are thankful for this Thanksgiving and the card hanging out on entry courtesy of the Paycom Wooden Legacy. Please visit the concourse of the main arena entrance under section 201 for your card and for more information.
Paycom Wooden Legacy. The All-Southern California final at USC, just one of their first 7 from the floor is San Diego State. 6-2 lead on the Trojans, along with former Arizona standout Corey Williams. Roxy Bernstein with you. Championship hardware on the line, Corey. Southern California pride on the line. Emotions spilling over already.
Already, nobody wants to back down. Obviously, it's been a long time. Southern Cal's got 3 great teams in tops of who's going to be in the top in college basketball. And right now, this is an early game, but it's got that mid-season feel to it where guys know it's not about bragging rights. It's about proving who you are early in the season against great competition. Both teams have high hopes. USC wanting to return to the tournament like that deep Elite 8 run last year. San Diego State, a solid program with a winning tradition.
The Aztecs, a two-time defending Mountain West Conference champs, lost in the first round of the NCAA last year to Syracuse. And you mentioned USC going to the Elite Eight where they were bounced out by Gonzaga. But the Trojans along the way picked up some big wins over Drake, Kansas, and their conference rival Oregon to get to the Elite Eight. Ethan Anderson spinning, and it rattles out. Rebound tipped out to Drew Peterson. SC gets a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Chavez Goodwin. Give and go with Isaiah Mobley, who's clobbered, will get to the line. 2 free throws for Mobley. He is the older brother of Evan Mobley. Keishad Johnson of San Diego State, his first third-team foul. As Isaiah Mobley struggled shooting the ball last night, but he did have 11 rebounds in their win against St. Joe's.
And Mobley's going to have to provide a presence in the paint. He's got that pick and pop to his game, but this is the kind of game where you got to get in the trenches and make it happen. You can't be out there on the perimeter letting guards get away with defending you.
You just saw Dad, Eric Mobley, USC assistant to Andy Enfield. There is Eric Mobley. And 1 of 2 for Isaiah Mobley. And it's 6-3 San Diego State is Keith Dinwiddie Jr. in the ball game for the Aztecs. Here is Dinwiddie, the pull-up. And the long rebound leads to a run out. Here comes Ethan Anderson for SC. Drew Peterson going middle. Left it short, tipped out. Here comes Lamont Butler for the Aztecs. 2-on-2 with Keishad Johnson. Butler off balance, and Isaiah Mobley hustling back the rebound. Taken away by Johnson. And Keishad Johnson will get to the line.
Well, you talk about a frantic pace. Both teams not afraid of the early shot in transition. Right there, you're going to see really a 2-on-4, and they shoot it anyway. Right there, quick hands to get a hold of the ball and get it back up to the rim.
Johnson, 64% for the stripe, the junior from the Bay Area. He's from Oakland. First career starts. He started all 6 games this year for San Diego State. He had the electric dunk here last night, which brought the house down.
Keep your eyes on that young man right there. Last night, that was a thing of beauty. One step, took off from a little bit inside the free throw line. Windmill slam, head all above the rim.
USC just 1 for 9 from the field. Polo in the game for the Trojans. It's Drew Peterson. Defended well by Trey Pulliam, but Pulliam giving up 6 inches to Peterson, who goes up and under.
That's the second time Peterson's gone to the block, trying to back his man down. He likes that because he keeps his vision. He really wants to pass it, but if no defense comes, you can see what happens.
Nathan Mensah. With the left hand going middle. We've seen the right, now the left.
It's all about the sweet spot for him. That's textbook post play. Keep the defender on your back, get to your position, and get a good shot.
We got a wedgie for Boogie Ellis. And the arrow goes to USC.
Last night, an amazing play. SC top 10 material. That's just unbelievable right there. The hang time, the finesse, the power. He had a few inches to spare on that one. And the bench just going berserk.
The arrow actually was pointed to San Diego State as the ball got wedged up there. 9-5 lead for the Aztecs. First time these two teams have met since 2012. San Diego State beat the Trojans in LA. Picked up, loose change, and it goes for a rope for San Diego State.
Aztecs showing some muscle in the paint. Putbacks, rebounds.
Peterson into the key. Down low for Chavez Goodwin. Offensive foul. Second on Goodwin.
Well, you can see that coming a mile away. Goodman took that pause to let you know he was about to go to work. And right on cue, great defensive position. When you get this contact, that's an easy call for the officials. May have sold it a little bit. The point is, the point of emphasis, you cannot dislodge the defensive player on the block.
So Goodwin sits with the 2 fouls. Joshua Morgan, the transfer from Long Beach State, terrific shot blocker in for USC. The Trojans are playing without a couple of key front court guys tonight in Boubacar Coulibaly. And also Isaiah White, who's back, has been acting up on him the last week as Max Agbonkpolo blocks a shot out of bounds to the Aztecs.
Joshua Morgan has a chance to have an impact, getting some early minutes here. He played well last night, came into the game, made a lot of plays. He'll be tested right away by this physical Aztec front line.
Tahiro Diabate, the grad transfer from Portland, with the turnover. Knocked away from Max Agbonkpolo and a steal. Trey Pulliam has it. Long outlet for Keith Dinwiddie Jr.
Well, you see where the Aztecs just keep a hand in the passing lane.
Corner 3 way short from Lamont Butler, and a foul against San Diego State, and Tahiro Diabate going for the rebound. Joshua Morgan, a big night last night. Now, as a freshman at Long Beach State, Morgan was the Big West Defensive Player of the Year, played in just 7 games last year for Andy Enfield, and a very deep team, especially the front court for the Trojans. And he anticipated redshirting last year. He wasn't preparing to play. And then he got, when everybody got the blanket waiver in mid-December last year, he did get into a few games there as the season went on, but for the most part, he was on the back burner for USC.
Well, he's got a great skill set, good touch, can shoot, can block shots.
Isaiah Mobley gets his miss, drops it in.
And that's what he's going to have to do all night for the Trojans. He's a player that can shoot from the perimeter, but he's going to be most effective banging in the paint tonight.
San Diego State will make you uncomfortable trying to run your offense.
They do a great job of not getting beat on the ball. They stay in front of their man, which allows everybody else to stay home.
Inside to a cutting Joshua Morgan. He turns middle. And the rebound to Tahiro Diabate for SDSU. Keith Dinwiddie Jr. way off on the 3. Out of bounds. And it's San Diego State basketball. 11-7 Aztecs, championship game in Anaheim of the Wooden Legacy. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Paycom. The future of HR tech is employee-driven. In Las Vegas, it's always on. And Dollar General, where you save time and money every day. San Diego State 11, USC 7, championship game of the Wooden Legacy in Anaheim. This all Southern California final. There's Mark Fisher, who has been on staff with Brian Dutcher, was on the staff with his dad, Steve Fisher, and he's been fighting a courageous battle for over a decade now. As Mark Fisher has been dealing with ALS, and he's still a very active member of the coaching staff, breaking down film, scouting reports, and still involved on a daily basis. And there is the legendary coach, Steve Fisher, who built this San Diego State program up, handed over the reins to Brian Dutcher, of course, won the title with Michigan. In 1989, was the coach of the Fab Five. So the Fisher imprint still all over the San Diego State program. As Keyshawn Johnson and one.
That young man has hops to spare. Jumps into the air, takes the contact, and it's nothing to a boss. Big time play. Look at this athleticism, Rox. He takes it, splits the defenders, finishes at the rim. Boy, he's something special.
Johnson for the and one free throw. He's already 1 for 2 from the line. And the rebound tip free. It's Boogie Ellis controlling for the Trojans. Drew Peterson on the block. Good closeout by Johnson. Now Ethan Anderson tries his luck. Inside to Max Akpolo.
Nice cut right there, but more importantly, Matt Bradley wisely deciding not to pick up his second foul on that particular play.
Here's Matt Bradley, two-time second-team All-Pac-12 performer, 3 outstanding years playing for Cal. And transferring to San Diego State is inside. Joshua Morgan blocks the shot of Joshua Tomajic. Boogie Ellis being hounded. 10 to shoot. Here's Boogie. Ethan Anderson, 3 to shoot. Rainbow 3. Drew Peterson tips it to Joshua Morgan and kept alive on the offensive end by USC.
But look at the defense.
Boogie Ellis, tough fadeaway.
And that was with some great defense from Lamont Butler. He's hounding him everywhere, making sure he has to work for everything. Boogie able to hit that fadeaway.
You get the feeling this is going to be a grinder kind of game?
It absolutely is, and I love that the officials are setting the tone of what is and what isn't a foul. Guys are flailing, looking around for calls. This game is too big for a tight whistle. They're going to let him play.
Lamont Butler lost it going up, stays with San Diego State, and 5 on the shot clock.
Late in the possession, trapped on the baseline. Great job defensively, but how do you defend this? The turnaround splash. Almost feel like he just should have yelled out Kobe, because that's what it is right here. Nothing but net. Boogie Ellis, special player.
Here's Bradley off the inbound from the corner, and the rebound, Isaiah Mobley for USC. San Diego State just 1 for their last 8. Isaiah Mobley working on Matt Bradley.
That's great defense, great recovery by the Aztecs.
Step back 3 from Mobley.
That's tough. 2 tough back-to-back buckets for the Trojans at the end of the shot clock. First Ellis, and now Mobley with the dagger.
First lead for the Trojans. USC, a 7-0 spurt. Bradley looks to answer, and Ethan Anderson clears and pushes. 3-on-3. Drew Peterson moves in. And the rebound, Keyshawn Johnson for the Aztecs.
Momentum kind of shifting here to the Trojans as they've been able to make a couple of big plays, but more importantly, they're getting stops.
There's a 3, and Chad Baker-Mazzara comes up empty. Each of these teams has won a championship here at the Wooden Legacy. USC won the inaugural event in 2007. San Diego State won the title in 2013. Drop step. Too strong from Isaiah Mobley. Here comes Matt Bradley for San Diego State. Butler keeps the dribble. 5 to shoot. At the top, Joshua Tomajic. And Joshua Morgan the rebound for USC. 14-13 Trojans inside 6.5 to go.
Guys looking a little bit gassed right now, and 3 fresh bodies waiting to get in the game for the Aztecs.
Aztecs haven't scored in about 4.5 minutes. And a foul on the drive, and that's Matt Bradley. That's his second.
And right now, the Trojans have stormed back to take the lead with big plays like this from the big man, Isaiah Mobley.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Look at downtown LA, right near the USC campus. We're in Anaheim, so we're south of downtown LA and north of San Diego. As Matt Bradley, so far tonight for San Diego State, has yet to score. And he has not played well throughout his college career against USC. Plenty of games while he was playing with Cal. Averaged only 12.5 points a game against USC. And he has shot just 2 free throws in his career against the Trojans.
Well, you know, he's one of those players in his years at Cal. When you played Cal, you kind of played Matt Bradley. So
he
you
was
had
number one in the scatter.
You had the game plan for him. So night after night, he saw the opposing coach's best scheme designed to take him off of his game, and he still had tremendous success scoring the ball. And nothing's changed with USC.
Isaiah Mobley blocks the shot of Aguakaro.
Big play by Mobley. We talked about his physical presence in the paint for the Trojans.
3 sticks and waters in the game for the Trojans. Here's Boogie Ellis, knocked away. Lamont Butler leads it for Trey Pulliam, and a block is called. Ethan Anderson whistled for the foul. That will send Pulliam to the line.
Boy, if I'm Ethan Anderson, I just move out of the way and let Morgan take this, because he's got no chance at this layup. Big fella comes in for the block. The contact down low, but that's that athleticism we talked about with Joshua Morgan. He can make plays like that.
Pulliam 62% from the line. One more coming for Trey Pulliam. The ESPN Events International from Orlando. The championship tomorrow, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. The surprising matchup between Dayton and Belmont. The Flyers and the Bruins. After Belmont knocked off Rick Pitino and Iona, and Kansas losing at the buzzer.
The word stunned gets used a little too much by guys in our line of work, but there's no other word.
Ends a drive of almost 5.5 minutes for the Aztecs. San Diego State by 1. Isaiah Mobley leans in. 8 of USC's 16 coming from Isaiah Mobley.
He's been very active. They've gotten the ball in a lot of different positions right there. Good one-on-one. Great soft touch off the glass.
Tough shot is Pulliam. And the shot blocker Morgan lunging at him. Trey Pulliam had it knocked away. And Nathan Mensah grabs it, a foul on USC. That's the 7th team foul, so 1-1 for San Diego State. And it's Mobley called for his first.
You know, and this applies to both teams tonight, Roxy. When you beat your man, you got to make a decision, because nobody's getting to the rim unharmed. There will be no easy buckets. And right there, they're making risky passes. You either got to commit to the floater or the kick out, because there will be no layups.
Too strong from Mensah, then Boogie Ellis is bumped by Mensah going for the rebound. And the first on Nathan Mensah.
San Diego State fouls on Nathan Mensah, his first 16 fouls.
Team foul number 6 on the Aztecs as Matt Bradley comes back. Bradley scoreless so far. In 18 last night to lead San Diego State. Last year he was 3rd in the Pac-12, averaging 18 a game for Cal. Isaiah Mobley. Backing down. Steps through a double team and a reach in. Trey Pulliam the foul, and the Trojans now in the bonus.
San Diego State fouls on 4, Trey Pulliam. His first.
1-1 for Isaiah Mobley, 1 for 2 from the line tonight.
USC now in the bonus.
He had a great run when USC was going to the Elite Eight. He had great numbers in the postseason and was a big reason why USC got to the Elite Eight. As Isaiah Mobley, for those 4 tournament games, averaged 16 points a game, 61% from the floor. And then losing in the Elite Eight to Gonzaga.
It was a great 1-2 punch with his younger brother. High lows, pick and pops, they really had it going.
Boogie Ellis the pull-up. And a good box out. And a foul. They're actually calling it on San Diego State. And a Guac Arobe will put Mobley back in the free throw line.
His first 18 fouls on the Aztecs.
He never turned to box out the traditional way. He faced him and pushed him, and right there, that the equivalent of what? In the NFL, holding, I guess. You got to turn around and box out.
Isaiah Mobley 1 for 3 from the line, but Brian Dutcher's team having issues in the offensive end. They are 0 for their last 9, just 1 for their last 14. And it nearly went back in off the top of the backboard for Isaiah Mobley.
There are 2 players out here that need to kind of get something going in the final 4 minutes of the half. One is Matt Bradley. The other, only 2 points, Boogie Ellis.
Knocked away by Joshua Morgan. 1-point game late in the first half. The Wood Legacy championship game. Maybe Seth, because they were watching Georgetown in our 3rd place game with the Big East already represented here in Southern California tonight. Why do you think it's turned into this physical battle between the two, Corey?
Well, basically, I see it the other way. You're talking about 2 teams with immense length. They are defending each other. There's no layups. Everything's physical. Bodies all over the floor. There's no open shots other than that one. That's the first open shot we've seen since they've tipped. These are teams that hang their hat on getting after you and playing great defense. No easy buckets. And I guarantee you, both of these teams will be in the NCAA tournament locking people up with this kind of defense we're seeing right now.
And that's what Brian Dutcher has done with San Diego State. That's been the key for them and their success in recent years. And for USC, you look at the numbers last year defensively. For as good as they were offensively, as certainly Evan Mobley was, and Isaiah Mobley now with 10, and USC is up 3. But the Trojans led the country in block shots, averaged over 5 per game last year. And they held the opposition to 39% shooting. That was the 9th best defensive field goal percentage in the country.
And that's why they ended up in the Elite 8. There's only a handful of teams in college basketball that are absolutely committed to stopping you from scoring. That's all they care about. You get these old school coaches who teach the fundamentals. They teach great team defense, rotations. First, you got to go get the players, but then you got to turn them into defenders. And I'll get it. I'll admit, it's not the prettiest thing to watch, but these guys just want to post W's. They don't care about that other stuff.
That's funny because Andy Enfield has the reputation of being the shot doctor, right? In fact, Andy Enfield has the all-time percentage lead in any level of college basketball and free throw percentage. During the course of his career at Johns Hopkins, he scored over 2,000 points, but he was a 93% foul shooter in his college career. And he's been the shot doctor, worked with numerous NBA guys. He was with the Celtics in Milwaukee as an assistant, worked under Leonard Hamilton at Florida State before he got the job at Florida Gulf Coast, and then they had Dunk City. When they beat San Diego State and Georgetown to get to the Sweet 16, then used that as a springboard to get to USC. San Diego State hasn't made a field goal in over 8 minutes. Corner 3. And Reese Dixon-Waters missing, and here comes Matt Bradley for the Aztecs.
I mean, Rox, we watched Matt Bradley get 20 points a game in his sleep in the Pac-12 last year, and he's out here struggling because SC's getting into him. Last night, Boogie Ellis was scoring at will, and even he's having a tough night. There's not a lot of open looks. Guys are rotating, and they're manning up one-on-one.
USC's got the length when it's 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" across the front line. And then you look at the backcourt right now. Boogie right at the point, but Reese and Waters at 6'5". But they're long on top of it. Off balance in the key, short the tip, and it won't go for Reese and Waters, and here come the Aztecs.
Great defense, great contest by Matt Bradley against Boogie right there.
San Diego State has missed 15 of their last 16.
And it's a one-possession game because they're defending.
Shot clock at 10 for Trey Pulliam. The lob for Nathan Mensah, and he stumbles and he goes down as Joshua Morgan tripped him up. That's the second foul on Morgan, and Mensah now finally starting to get up.
Roxy, you hit the nail on the head. You missed 15 of 16 shots. They're getting beat by 20 at least. Right here, no contact coming over the top. But the only thing that can save you during a scoring drought like that is outstanding defense.
19th foul on USC. Nathan Mensah, honorable mention All Mountain West and an all defensive selection last year. He's 0 for 2 from the line. 7th in Aztecs history with over 100 career blocks.
He's not just a one-dimensional player anymore. I don't say he has the green light. The light's gone from red to possibly yellow, where he can get some one-on-ones and they hit him in the post. He's allowed to turn and shoot now.
And San Diego State struggling at the line. They're 3 for 8 from the stripe.
There's no excuse for that. There's no defense on the free throw line. That's why they call them free throws. But
23% overall from the floor. Final minute of the first half. Maybe the coaches will go searching for the offense at halftime. Chavez Goodwin doubled. Steps through it with the left hand.
Tough shot, well contested. Goodwin, high percentage player in the post.
Use it or lose it. Timeout for Brian Dutcher. 5-point lead for the Trojans.
Trojans doing some work, getting it in the paint for a little razzle-dazzle. Goodwin, the spin, the hook, and he gets the bucket.
'23rd annual Big Ten ACC Challenge. Tuesday, our doubleheader starts at Mackey Arena. Number 3 Purdue hosting Florida State at 7:30 Eastern. Then Paolo Banchero and number 5 Duke against E.J. Liddell and Ohio State in a Sonic blockbuster. 2 great matchups on ESPN and the ESPN app. One app, one tap. Duke and Gonzaga going at it tonight. And a drought of over 10 minutes without a field goal for San Diego State. They haven't scored in 5 minutes.
Well, this zone may be a blessing in disguise. We'll see if the Aztecs can find the open shot against the zone. That's going to be an offensive charge.
And the second on Matt Bradley.
Just a little bit of frustration on the part of Matt Bradley, wanting to create something so bad. He knows he's got to go in there strong because SC's got the length and they're reaching and grabbing, but he just dips this shoulder against Boogie Ellis, and Boogie sells it to the ref, and that's it.
And we talked about it before, even with his great numbers in Cal for 3 years, where Matt Bradley is 20th in Cal history in scoring, and almost 1,300 points while wearing the blue and gold for the Golden Bears. But he never really played well against USC. There's numbers throughout his Cal career, and did a great job. 2-time second-team All-Pac-12 performer. But USC was his kryptonite, and he never played well against the Trojans, and he's really struggling to get on track tonight.
We got to credit Andy Enfield and his staff for breaking down the tape. You study a guy's tendencies, you try to take away what he's comfortable with and see if he has a second or third option to his game. And of course, you know, Matt Bradley can score a lot of different ways, but you're right, they've seemed to have had his number, and it's a team effort. You know, force him this way, you know where your help's coming from. You can trail him off screens because he's a great shooter, but it takes 3 or 4 guys to stop him from scoring.
Trojans can play for the final shot.
Lamont Butler in full denial. Will not let Ellis touch the ball. We'll see if that has an impact.
Isaiah Mobley. Max Agbonkpolo launches. Chavez Goodwin. Right before the horn, the putback. And USC with a 7-point lead at the half. As San Diego State goes scoreless for the final 5.5 minutes. They missed their last 11 shots and just one of their last 16 from the floor. But I hesitate to say it was an 8-0 run to end the half. It was just USC scored 8 consecutive points.
Exactly. They couldn't keep pace with them, and right now, the Trojans enjoying a 7-point edge.
E-Trade halftime report. Alan Cuff, Seth, and the Fonz are next. East Week presented by Lowe's, the championship game of the Paycom Wooden Legacy in Anaheim. That's what they're playing for. The team's trying to find their offense. It was a defensive battle in the first half here in Southern California between these two Southern California teams. 22-15 USC with the lead, along with former Arizona standout Corey Williams. Roxy Bernstein with you. It was all about defense in the first half, and San Diego State did make a field goal for just about the final 11 minutes of the first half.
Well, I can tell you how these games go. When it's a championship game, the coaches break you down and say, listen, don't let this guy beat us, and that's where your focus is. But for the Trojans, it was about attacking the rim early, getting active in the paint. They've had a lot of success around the rim early. They haven't shot the ball well from three, but they were in attack mode and they saw great percentages in the lane. And for the Trojans, it was all about Isaiah Mobley and the one-on-one. We talked about his versatility. Yes, he's a jump shooter. He can score from the perimeter. And there you see the nice stroke from downtown. But where he's made a difference is he's been aggressive at the rim, using his size and his touch to get high percentage buckets. He's the only player right now in double figures in the entire game. They're gonna need that to continue.
They're the struggles for San Diego State. Made just one of their last 16. And no field goals the final 10:54 of the half. They had scoring droughts of 5 minutes, 29 seconds, then another one of 4:25. And when you combine Matt Bradley and Lamont Butler, who they're counting on for offense, the two guards are 0 for 9.
And right now, as a team, they're gonna have to create open looks because they're not just gonna get them.
Chavez Goodwin lays it in, and USC is up 24-15.
Nice little penetrating dish, and what I mean by that is they're gonna have to use their set to create good looks because the one-on-one, USC is as good as anyone defending you man-to-man.
Nathan Mensah, the deep two.
Good shot right there. Goodwin rolling the dice, letting him have that one. And I'm okay with that too. Like I said, you got to lead. You want to shoot an 18-footer, I'm fine with that. But Mensah knocked it down.
Shot clock at 10 for Boogie Ellis. Only 2 points for Ellis tonight. Chavez Goodwin goes to work inside. Tough shot. Chavez Goodwin got it.
I mean, that shot was all kinds of wrong. He had his body twisted away from the rim. Didn't really lose the defender, but still got it to go. Tremendous ability to finish it right there. That Bradley runs into a wall.
Drew Peterson the pull-up.
Oh, Drew's got it cooking. He got the mismatch. Smart enough to stay away from the hole and hits the fadeaway.
Largest lead of the night for USC. Lamont Butler. Keyshawn Johnson fires from deep. And Drew Peterson pulls it down for SC.
Got the mismatch in the post right there with Mobley.
And a foul on Trey Pulliam, his second.
Right now, the Trojans scoring in the one-on-one right here. Just an awkward shot, but he still gets it to go, kind of flips it over the shoulder. And this is what you want when you're being guarded by a shot blocker. Get him moving his feet and then raise up for the jumper.
And a foul number 3 on Matt Bradley. And a frustrating night for Bradley.
Those are the kind of situations, if you're Matt Bradley, you want to avoid trying to guard the bigger, aggressive Isaiah Mobley, who knows exactly what he's doing. He knows who's guarding him. He took him right to the hole, and looks like Matt's going to spend some time on the bench, and that can't help the offensive situation for the Aztecs right now.
Ellis. To shoot. Entry to Isaiah Mobley. Steps through the double team, and coming over is Nathan Mensah to block it.
Great team defense. Even it took 3 players to get it done, but that was great team defense reacting to the ball in the paint.
And now they stop play, and a delay of game warning to San Diego State. Matt Bradley was standing over in the corner off the bench, and that's why they got the delay of game.
Right now, this Aztec team is going to have to find some energy.
Where's the offense going to come from for San Diego State?
Deflection right there leads almost to a turnover. Actually does lead to a turnover.
Isaiah Mobley stepping into a 3, and Chavez Goodwin the rebound. And a push against San Diego State. It just seems, Corey, that USC's defense is just suffocating the Aztecs tonight.
What's frustrating is you're not getting anything out of the one-on-one. They're with you step for step, each guy trying his hand, trying to probe the defense and create something, and nothing is there. And then making
Drew Peterson off the inbound.
USC's really got it going right now. They're making passes that are getting deflected. They're not playing sharp. And USC's really got them on their heels right now.
16-2 run back to the first half for the Trojans. A block shot of Chavez Goodwin gets Trey Pulliam. Drew Peterson. Boogie Ellis. And the rebound for Trey Pulliam. Here come the Aztecs. Desperate need of a basket. Is it slipping away from San Diego State? Way off was Lamont Butler. Last touch by Ethan Anderson. It's a San Diego State ball.
Baseline out of bounds. Pulliam got to be alert. Doesn't even look at the ball. And by the time he knows what's going on, that's an easy 2. Peterson.
Returns for San Diego State.
Ethan Anderson picks up the loose ball for SC. Step back. Drew Peterson.
Drew Peterson making a statement. And the Trojan faithful are on their feet as USC begins to pull away. Drew Peterson leading the way with the one-on-ones, the fadeaways, and right here, the sweet step back. Trojans on a roll.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Championship game of the Wooden Legacy, 32-17 USC. Rivalry weekend in college football continues. Bedlam caps our triple header on ABC, the 116th installment. Number 10 Oklahoma, number 7 Oklahoma State. The Sooners have won the last 6 from the Cowboys. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app. One app, one tap. Saturday Night Football is presented by Capital One. Trojans have made 7 of their last 11 after starting 8 of 24 from the field. 8-0 run and up 15, their largest lead of the night. And a whistle away from the ball and a foul against USC. Aztecs need to get some offense in a hurry in this championship game. The Wooden Legacy in Anaheim. Two Southern California teams, but not UCLA playing in the championship game. Of course, the Wizard of Westwood, 10 national titles at UCLA. The likes of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Walton, on and on and on. All the legends that played for John Wooden, the Hall of Famer. Also the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2003. 10 national titles. And of course, the Pyramid of Success.
And that'll never be done again. And in basketball, we talk about a person making that much of an impact for decades on the sport. The hundreds and thousands of men that he coached.
Lamont Butler ends the drought for the Aztecs. First points of the night for Butler.
They immediately go to some pressure to try to change some things up.
Isaiah Mobley.
He's really doing damage in the post, using his size and his finesse to get it done. You and I talked last night about he'll have the opportunity to probably post better numbers than his brother did for the Trojans because he's going to be...
And a three from Aguak-Arop for San Diego State.
I guarantee you that was not in the scouting report, but well needed as we start to hear a little noise from the Aztec fans here tonight.
Drew Peterson stumbles after he runs into Goodwin, gets the bucket and one.
Boy, everything going the way of the Trojans. Peterson penetrates. He's in no man's land right here and somehow manages to get the ball up. I thought maybe he walked. Right there, you're going to see him shuffle his feet, but the hoop and the harm, he definitely was fouled from behind as he tried to muscle that shot up.
And the free throw for Peterson. 12 for Isaiah Mobley, 11 now for Drew Peterson, and 10 for Chavez Goodwin. USC is up 15.
Yeah, they answered that run right there, that little mini run. The Aztecs stringing together a couple of made buckets.
I know Matt Bradley's struggling, but if you're Brian Dutcher, how long can you afford to have him on the bench considering the struggles you're having offensively?
Well, it's one of those 50-50 questions because right now he's struggling because they've got a defensive scheme that's really keeping him in check. So you don't want to put him in and have him feel like he has to force things because now you're kind of disrespecting the other four teammates on the floor. You want him to be successful in the team concept. So putting him in and saying, hey, go in and make something happen, that's not that type of Aztec team that they have.
Chavez Goodwin hammered by Joshua Tomajic. And a couple of free throws for Chavez Goodwin. He takes out his anger on the stanchion after he was clubbed.
Thought he was going to get that breakaway dunk right down the middle.
Rolls off for Goodwin, but 3 players in double digits. And look at the success Andy Anfield has had over the last couple of years when he has 3 players in double digits.
Well, he's almost there tonight.
Missing both, Nathan Mensah claims it for San Diego State. The Aztecs, who have won their last 3 games against ranked teams. They're in a 15-point hole against number 24 USC, but Lamont Butler maybe getting it going now for San Diego State.
Boy, the degree of difficulty, and right now, you're right, it's go time. You have to shoot those difficult shots in traffic, whether they're good looks or not, because the clock is against you. You need some momentum.
3, Isaiah Mobley too strong. And the loose ball falls to Trey Pulliam for the Aztecs. Isaiah Mobley up over everybody. Ethan Anderson recovers, finds Mobley underneath.
Risky play by pulling him out front. He doesn't get the steal. He leaves the Aztecs open, and here comes Matt Bradley back in the game, down 15.
He's at the table getting set to check in. Shot clock inside 10, Trey Pulliam. Launches, three.
Gotta take those. USC deciding not to get out there on that shot, to go under the screen. A shot you probably normally don't take, but in this situation, you've got to create that offense.
Aztec fan back in it for the first time in a while. Shot clock at 3, Drew Peterson. Here comes San Diego State. Keith Dinwiddie Jr. leans in. Offensive foul.
And that's exactly why Dinwiddie Jr. hesitated. He knew he was being set up for the charge. And as soon as he took flight, the defender slides underneath and sets the feet. Heads up play by the Trojans.
Well, the last couple of seasons, San Diego State among the elites as far as the winningest programs in college basketball since the start of 2019-2020. Only Gonzaga and Baylor have a better winning percentage than San Diego State, Brian Dutcher.
And you're looking at 3 programs with tremendous recruiting, but more importantly, tremendous culture. Guys come in, they know what's expected of them. They know that there's a winning tradition. They expect to win, and they're coached by guys who can show them the way. And Dutcher's one of those great coaches that can lead you and show you how to have success. And it's a big part of that great atmosphere they've got.
Aztecs down 12. And Matt Bradley scoreless back in the game. They need to get him going if San Diego State is going to come back. Boogie Ellis goes baseline. Steal for Trey Pulliam.
Excellent defense right there by Trey Pulliam. He never gave up on the play, got in the passing lane, got the turnover. See if he can knock down that pull-up he likes to shoot.
And a foul on Max Agbonkpolo of USC.
And they're in full denial on Matt Bradley. They do not want to let him get going. He's going to have to take his game to another level because right now the word is out at SC. Full denial, don't let him shoot.
What else are they doing to frustrate Bradley?
Well, they're being very physical with him as well. Like, he got those early fouls, and he's mindful of not being too physical, getting more. But that's a great pass on the inside and a great finish.
Follow Nathan Mensah. 10-point game. Knocked away. Loose ball, Lamont Butler for the Aztecs.
Well, even on a turnover, you see the Trojans get back. And what could have been a bucket to turn this into an 8-point game.
Their defense has been terrific tonight, USC.
They are everywhere. They have a hand up on every shot. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is.
Stays with the Trojans.
In my days at Arizona, Coach Olsen used to always talk about just getting a hand up because it reduced field goal percentage by 10, 15 points. Just having a hand up. Most guys can't shoot contested shots. Doesn't matter if he beats you, just be there when he shoots it.
San Diego State, 29%, 2 of 11 from 3. Plus they're getting out rebounded by 12. Chance to get into single digits.
Well, I tell you, Rox, you feel like if this gets it single digits, this crowd is going to explode as if it's tied. They've been waiting for some offense for so long.
Trey Pulliam. And a foul will get him to the line.
And maybe that's the solution for the Aztecs. Force the issue, get to the free throw line, kind of manufacture some offense. Little razzle-dazzle crossover, gets in the lane and gets a piece of the forearm.
Pulliam 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Brian Dutcher's team trying to hang in and trying to claw back. also have won 16 of their last 21 neutral site games. It really has been a remarkable run for San Diego State as Ethan Anderson coming back from Max Agbampolo for USC. Pillion missed both.
They really needed those free throws just from a psychological standpoint, get it down to single digits and continue to try to play defense. Great defense right there for the Aztecs. They jump the ball screen, they rotate. Now Matt Bradley has his hands full on the paint, and they're able to get a stop.
Mensa. Tough shot from the baseline in USC. Controls the glass again.
They've got numbers. Peterson wants to post up. We'll see if they send a second defender. There it is. And the steal.
Pete Dinwiddie Jr. gets it. Here's Bradley.
And Coach Dutcher called his number. He called that play specifically for Matt Bradley. Set the screen, get a screen, and he couldn't knock down the shot. That would have been a big one.
Inside 8.5 minutes. SC by 10. Championship game of the Wooden Legacy. Trojans trying to stay unbeaten. Nice pass to a cutting Chavez Goodwin and a foul. And Aguacarote didn't agree with the call.
He did a little too much. He got a lot of ball on there, but he also got some body. Great rotation. He was a half a step late. But watch this right here. He goes right in between the arms, gets the ball, but a little contact down low. Easy call for the official, but that's what you want in a game like this. Rim protection. I don't know. If we're on the playground, you got to argue about that. You may not get that call. Ball don't lie.
Goodwin 0 for 3 from the line tonight. Chavez Goodwin, the 6th-year senior, a grad transfer. Played at Wofford, also prior to that, the College of Charleston. Missed both, but Joshua Morgan hustling for the Trojans. Open 3. Ethan Anderson buries it.
Joshua Morgan got away with it, pushing the back to get that offensive rebound, and the Trojans capitalize.
I mean, this game's going to 3-point. It's like a 10-point possession.
Exactly.
And a reach in on Boogie Ellis. Number 2 on the San Diego native, with USC getting it done.
Sometimes it's about getting a clean look. There haven't been a lot tonight, but there's one from downtown. The Trojans drill it, and they're up 13.
Number 24, USC up on San Diego State, our Dollar General game track. As Isaiah Mobley and Drew Peterson have 25 of the 42 for USC. Matt Bradley, the leading scorer for San Diego State of the season, scoreless. The Aztecs just 28% and only 3 assists tonight. I guess the offense didn't travel the 94 miles from Viejas Arena at San Diego State.
It's been a rough night, but you see the difference with San Diego State. Matt Bradley goes scoreless and they find themselves down 13. Boogie Ellis only has 2, yet he's part of a crew that's figured out a way to manufacture other offense. So for the San Diego State Aztecs, they've got a talented player in Bradley. Maybe he needs some more support. Maybe he needs to be a little more aggressive. Right there, good penetration.
Keith Dinwiddie rattles out the 3. Joshua Morgan the rebound for SC. And it's been a busy 24 hours in the LA area for San Diego State. They played last night and beat Georgetown in their first game here at the Wooden Legacy. They had a football kickoff up the road in Carson. at 9 a.m. today as they clinched a spot in the Mountain West Championship game, and they'll host it next weekend against Utah State. That kicked off at 9 a.m. today up in Carson. And then coming back down here, cheerleaders were there. They're here now. Of course, the basketball players were locked in on their chore tonight. Fourth foul on Bradley. Front end of the 1-and-1, Reese Dixon Waters the miss. And if you notice, you were with us last night, Matt Bradley was wearing number 11. He wasn't wearing his usual number 3. That's because his jersey got left behind. So the football equipment people, as a rope lays it in for the Aztecs. The football equipment people had to pick up Matt Bradley's jersey, bring it up to Carson, where the associate athletic director, who had a very short night, Mike May, is such a huge help to us, brought Matt Bradley's jersey from football here to basketball tonight, as Isaiah Mobley lays it in. There's Mike, who got no sleep, literally no sleep last night. He got an hour nap in between the end of the football game today and the basketball game tonight. He was at the stadium in Carson, their home away from home for the year, at 3:15 in the morning for a 9 a.m. kick.
That is dedication to the job right there.
He deserves a rest. So a timeout for the Aztecs. And with 6:18 to play, 44-31, just San Diego State has not been able to get anything going all night offensively.
Everything they do, they're surrounded by red jerseys. USC does a great job of rotating to the penetration. They've got the wingspan, they've got the strength. Very rarely have they been beat in the one-on-one. So what happens over the course of the game is stuff that you're used to getting, you just don't see it. The penetration kicks, the penetration drop-offs for the dunks or the easy layups, those things disappear against this Trojan team because they're focused on staying in front of their man.
Well, USC is the 3rd tallest team in the country, according to Ken Pomeroy. Ken Pomeroy ran all the numbers, all the heights across the country. This Andy Enfield's roster has 7 players that are 6'9" or taller. And right now he's got 3 of those dudes on the floor with Morgan, Mobley, and Peterson.
A great defensive unit. They play together. They don't foul shooters. And they rebound missed shots. It's everything you want out of a team.
Using that length and just shrinking the floor on San Diego State.
We don't have to go for steals. We don't have to get out of position. We just have to play solid defense and contest every shot you take and make sure we get the rebound.
Boogie Ellis. Joshua Morgan from the elbow. Rattles out. Aguacarope the rebound. 5:45 to go in a 13-point Trojans lead. Butler off the window.
It's go time. You've got to try to figure out a way to outscore USC by at least 12 over the next 5 minutes. You're going to need some help, and right now, USC is not beating themselves. We're talking about a team that only has 5 turnovers for the whole game.
State comes away with it. Can they get it to single digits inside 5 minutes to play? Attacking the basket, sent back as Keyshawn Johnson is denied. Boogie Ellis skipped to the bucket. We'll get to the line. And he comes up hobbling a little bit.
Well, that last play is exactly what we're talking about. The way they swarm to the ball, make great plays. We're talking about an Aztec team that scored 73 points last night. They may not break 40 if this defense continues. 3 guys around the ball, great defensive rotation, and then the transition, they'll get a couple free throws.
Not only has the field goal shooting been lousy for both teams, the teams have combined to go 5 for 20 from the free throw line tonight.
That is horrendous. That's inexcusable. And I'd like to
5
say
for 21.
it's all the big guys up there clanking free throws, but there's been a lot of guards at the free throw line too.
USC is 2 for 11 at the line. San Diego State is 3 for 10.
I gotta tell you, people will look at this and say it was an ugly, gritty game, but when I look at the energy that's being used to play this level of defense, I can understand why guys are a little tired. Some of their legs may not be there late in the game. Boogie Ellis misses both free throws. But look at that, 2 guys to the ball, finally an open look.
And Lamont Butler knocks it down. 8-point game. Dutcher's beside himself.
That was the kind of effort the Aztecs need. Here's the play. A little physical contact right there. Now he got all ball on that. I don't understand where that foul came from.
4th on Trey Pulliam. Wasn't pretty, but USC will take it. 4 each now on Pulliam and Bradley for San Diego State. 4:28 to go. Drew Peterson trying to push it back to double figures here for the Trojans. And he does. 16 for Mobley, 13 for Peterson. A 10 for Chavez Goodwin. And the USC lead is 10, 9 each from Trey Pulliam, Lamont Butler to lead the Aztecs as a rope. Lost his shoe in the process. He's trying to get back down the floor. And the heel of his shoe, his foot has come out of it. 9 now for a rope.
It's a big play right here. Watch him when he comes down. Shoe comes off, and boy, for a split second, I'm glad his foot wasn't in there because it looked like he had twisted his ankle, but he just lost his shoe.
Did you ever come out of your shoe when you were playing?
No, never happened.
Did you crank them pretty tight?
Yeah, pretty tight, tape job, never came out of my shoes. These guys wear the low-cut shoes, even the big men wear the low-cut shoes, and some guys will tell you they don't like their shoes tight. They like to play with their shoes pretty much untied. I've seen several players play that way. Big possession here for the Aztecs. They have to have a stop, get this to a 2-possession game. Plenty of time left.
And a block on a Cuoco.
Mobley got away with a travel. The jab step should have been called, but he'll shoot some free throws.
Emotions running high. It's the championship game. 2 Southern California clubs going toe-to-toe. Trojans by 8, under 4 to play. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Paycom. The future of HR tech is employee-driven. And Dollar General, where you save time and money every day. Is that you snorkeling?
No, that would not be me. That would not be me.
Maybe they're looking for your phone.
It's a good place to start.
Corey Williams, true story, lost his phone on the Matterhorn today at Disneyland.
Just a tragic moment. The phone goes flying out of your hand, and you just get that sinking feeling that a very expensive piece of technology is no longer with you. Thank you for bringing that up so I could relive that moment this morning.
Stuff always happens to you.
The good
really
folks,
does.
Hey, the good folks at Disney said they're going to do their best to locate it.
They will. They will, believe me. Isaiah Mobley missing the first, now 1 for 5 from the line. Matt Bradley coming back with his 4 fouls. He is scoreless tonight. Mobley misses both.
Just no legs out of any of the guys tonight on these free throws. You mentioned the horrible numbers from the line. Guys
4 for 16 USC at the line.
They're just gassed. That's a lot of money to leave on the table. Nice flex cut inside for the hook, and they can't connect. Beautiful play.
And San Diego State's a sizzling 3 for 10. Aztecs 30%, Trojans 25% for the free throw line.
Bend your knees and make your free throws, guys. It's real simple. USC being very deliberate in crunch time, going to their money guy on the block each possession.
Ethan Anderson hangs, spins out, and a foul going for the rebound, and it's on Aguacarope of San Diego State.
Credit Isaiah Mobley for having a whole nother level to his game. It's so easy when one of your teammates shoots to just kind of ball watch, but right here, he's in good position, he makes an effort, and he's gonna get some free throws because of it.
It hasn't necessarily been a good thing tonight. So 4 on Arope, 1 for 6. Mobley makes the first. 17 for Isaiah Mobley. Last year a career best of 20 against Arizona State. And he hits both.
The Aztecs need some big plays here. Still plenty of time, but they've got to get stops and turnovers. And somehow, we're going to have to try to get about 10 to 12 points over the next 3 minutes.
Here's Bradley. And Drew Peterson across the lane for the rebound. Matt Bradley, Trey Pulliam, Aguacarope all out there with 4 fouls. No hurry, Drew Peterson. Isaiah Mobley, 5 to shoot. Gets his own miss, and Ethan Anderson will slow it up near midcourt. In 20 more seconds, the Trojans can take off the clock.
And right there, that offensive rebound was more important than the attempted score. It's just about running the clock at this point.
Off balance, spins out. Joshua Morgan a putback.
It's been that type of night for the Trojans. Dominating in the paint. Their bigs have played unbelievably well. The Aztecs had a little momentum here in the second half, but just really haven't gotten anything going.
Step back from Matt Bradley. Aguacarope, the offensive rebound and a foul, 1:51 to go. And just the 5th team foul on USC. Third on Boogie Ellis. Matt Bradley right now has to be so frustrated.
Yeah, he's had to force things this second half to try to get on the board and score. But ultimately, it's plays like that. The defense knows it's coming. They anticipate it.
Ethan Anderson, the layup.
USC has done a great job defensively, anticipating every move of the Aztecs, and that was no more present than just now. They got in the lane and stole it away from Matt Bradley.
Second on Peterson.
USC fouls on 13, Drew Peterson.
1:28 to go. USC is led by as many as 15 tonight.
Actually, you talk about the missed free throws. They haven't shot it great from downtown. USC is not a 52-point team. This has been a horrible night for them offensively, but it proves what the great coaches always say. If you take your defense with you, it'll keep you alive on a night where you can't throw it in the ocean.
They came in averaging over 82 points per game through their first 5. And Matt Bradley's first points of the night come with 1:20 left in the game.
Scored the basket by Matt Bradley. The USC fouls on 13, Drew Peterson is third. 17 fouls on Trojans.
Great move up and under by Matt Bradley, just trying to get something going. But back to your point, Roxy, someone tells you, hey, guess what? Championship game in the Wooden Legacy, you're going to score 30 points below your average. Most coaches have said the only way we're going to win that is if we really D up. And that's exactly what they've done. Great guard play by the Trojans. Not a ton of turnovers tonight. They get shots as opposed to turnovers.
And USC has taken good care of the ball all season so far. Only 8 turnovers tonight. They came in averaging just under 9 a game.
And that's what you want to play with, the kind of guards where when you get a lead, you can just put the ball in the deep freezer, game's over.
3 from Drew Peterson.
Don't do that to him, Drew. Don't do that to him. The icing on the cake. The bench loves it. That's big time.
Lamont Butler misses the leaner, and USC 40 seconds away from the championship of the Wooden Legacy. And Drew Peterson has had a great second half, 14 of his 16 since halftime, and Ethan Anderson with an exclamation point for USC. Largest lead of the night. And the floater from Trey Pulliam. Aztecs finally get a player into double figures. And USC, as long as San Diego State does not foul, can run out the clock. They remain unbeaten, go to 6-0. The 24th ranked USC Trojans, what a great run last year to the Elite Eight, win the Wooden Legacy as they knock off San Diego State by a final of 58-43.
Very impressive evening for the USC Trojans. They came out with a very tough defensive mindset. They took away a lot of things that the Aztecs do, and they made big buckets when they had to. This score is not indicative of how close the game actually was, but you gotta give the Trojans a lot of credit tonight. They shut down a very good team in the San Diego State Aztecs.
Our Paycom player of the game and a monster night for Isaiah Mobley. 18 points, 12 rebounds, couple of blocks, and he was a huge force for Andy Enfield and USC.
I said he had to get it done in the paint. Don't play pretty. He had one deep three, but the rest was all man's work in the middle, and they had no answer for him. He played strong, he got rebounds, he got the ball up to the rim and gave the Trojans offense that kept them sustained throughout the whole night. Really a great effort. They kept going to him, and we got him right here.
And Isaiah Mobley is with us. First off, Isaiah, congratulations on the championship here. What was the key? It was a slow start offensively. The offense never really got going, but your defense, how good were you guys on that end of the floor tonight?
We were excellent. It's something we've been working on a lot. We were waiting for a big-time team like SDSU to really show we can really guard. But I feel like we did that tonight. It was a messy, grind-out, hard game, but we pulled it out, and I'm happy for my team.
Isaiah, you were really aggressive in the paint tonight. You got it going early. You hit a three. Talk a little bit about what you were trying to do every time you got the ball on the block.
They was playing off me a little bit, and my coaches told me it's going to be a big in the paint game for you, so you got to take advantage. I feel like it's something I've been working on too, so it was a great test for me. I feel like I did solid. There's some ones I could have still made, but I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of my team for putting me in that position.
Isaiah, you made a huge jump last year with your game. You had a great run of the tournament, helping USC get to Elite Eight. How has your role changed with this team now here in your junior season?
Being in positions to play make, get my teammates better as well as myself. Not being afraid to step up to things like the free throw line at the end of the game or taking those big shots down the stretch. I'm glad we got a game like this early so I can kind of get that confidence, get that flow going into conference play. And I just appreciate my coaches and team for believing in me to do so.
You miss playing with your brother?
Definitely. But I know he's doing well in Cleveland. So shout out to him. He's back on Saturday, so it'll be cool to watch him after he watched me tonight. So it's a cool kind of thing we got going.
Isaiah, great job tonight. Congratulations. Tournament most outstanding player, leading USC to the tournament championship.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Huge game for Isaiah Mobley. 18 points, 12 rebounds, and the Trojans remain undefeated. Breaking news here telling us that Evan Mobley is coming back tomorrow night.
Not surprised he's having such a good run, talking about Isaiah Mobley. He didn't say it, but he's getting a few more touches now that the younger brother has moved on, and he's making the most of those and doing what he has to do for his team.
How good do you think this USC team can be?
I think they can be very good. I'm really excited about the games against UCLA. That's going to be a great matchup. It always is, but they've got the length, they've got the defense, they've got guards, and they've got guys that can score.
And they've got the championship of the Paycom Wooden Legacy. Second time USC has won the title here, 58-43 over San Diego State. For Corey Williams, Roxy Bernstein, enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend. So long from Anaheim.